Hey guys, the name is Jasper, and welcome to part 2 analysis, where we are going to analyze episode 63 of Clara Tibala. So, basically, this is a very sad episode for Maria Clara, Maria Clara, clearly. And you know what? Let's talk about this one. Um, First of all, I just wanted to say na amazing performance throughout the entire episode para kay Julian San Jose. She was able to portray that confused female teenager um, when it comes to her finding out her real identity. You can see it through her face. She showed a lot of emotions here, like itong mukha na to, in denial, um, um, shock, of course, and then around here, makikita mo yung mukha niya dito, tulala na lang siya with that newfound knowledge about her history. And and also here, yung mukha niya dito, her face of gratitude when it comes to both of these people who took care of her um throughout her life. Then just a lot of emotions here. um each emotions that Julian San Jose was showing clearly are um talagang iba. It's not like one single emotion, one single facial expression. I don't know how she was able to execute all of this, pero impressive. That is an example of how amazing of an actress she is. And um palaban din siya. Okay. All right. All right, this is a part of the story that all of us, well, not all of us, but a lot of us are expecting. I've been always curious to know how the writers are going to approach this. Um, I grew up in a way na even before the month that I decided to read No Limitangre in its entirety, at the back of my mind, gumaduate ako ng high school knowing na may connection si Padre Damaso at Maria Clara. And after reading the book and knowing about this show, I was really curious about how they are going to approach the big revelation just like this. And I think they approach it significantly well in this episode kasi when you look at it, Maria Clara was able to show her, let's say, reaction to the revelation to all of the major characters na nakilala niya mismo sa story, except kay Ibarra. And that conversation with Ibarra about the revelation between her and Ibarra is going to be another significant point in the story. But you know what? Um, I'm happy na on this scene right here. Even though nasanabi ko na this is like an offer that she can't refuse, she still tried to look at the bigger picture and the probable consequence na once kinuha niya yung letter na yon, alam niya yung kapalit na darating kay Ibarra mismo. I'm just happy na palaban siya, super palaban siya, and she decided to, even though na malaking significant to pagdating sa kanyang identity, it really shows na she still cares a lot about Ibarra. Clearly, this is a part where one of the main characters will make a mistake when kasi she has a choice here. She has to make a decision whether to give away Ibarra's letters or not, 'di ba? I think yung I think I mean clearly she doesn't have Ibarra's letters here. Pero I feel strong about her not giving those letters to Padre Salvi. Pero we'll see. It's still like there's still a lot of episodes to see on how Maria Clara is going to process this information. Itong information na to about her being the daughter of Padre Damaso is still fresh, and you know a lot of things can happen when it comes to processing this kind of information, and Maria Clara still has to do a lot of decision making. We still don't know truly kung tatanggapin niya mismo yung offer ni Padre Salvi. Pero within the context of this episode, she left and decided to know the entire truth, not not by reading the letter, pero but confronting Padre Damaso herself. So again, hey, at least naisip niyo yung bigger picture, at least naisip niyo yung consequences na pwede mangyari kay Ibarra sa kanyang minamahal if ever na binigay niya yung mga letters na yun kay Padre Salvi. Um, laking gulat ko lang dito, laking gulat ko lang dito kasi isn't it the point na takot na tuta mismo ni Kapitan Tiago, natuta mismo ni Padre Damaso si Kapitan Tiago dahil natatakot siya sa mga pwedeng gawin ni Padre Damaso laban kay Kapitan Tiago, especially when nakita ni Kapitan Tiago ang kung gaano kabangis si Padre Damaso bilang isang praile when it comes to his enemies. Clearly, na-implied ni Kapitan Tiago na alam niya ang pwede mangyari sa kanya kasi alam niya yung nangyari kay Don Rafael Ibarra mismo. So, nakapagtataka nakapagtataka sa akin yung yung parang out of character eh. Yun ang isa sa mga I think yun ang isa sa mga criticism ko in this episode na parang out of character kay Kapitan Tiago na mag-change na lang siya ng side ng ganun-ganon na the fact na sinabi mismo ni Ibarra, ay hindi, suportado ako ng Kapitan General at suportado ako ng 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 Archbishop sa kasal na to. Parang ang labo na mag-agree mismo. I mean, ako, I'm down na lahat masaya and stuff like that. I'm down na, of course, magpapakasal si Ibarra pati si Maria Clara. Pero I still don't, I mean, gets ko kung magiging masaya si Tia Isabel para doon. Pero I can't understand Kapitan Tiago's decision to move to Ibarra's side given na Ibarra has the support of the Archbishop and Kapitan General. Kasi when you think about it, yung Archbishop, pati yung Kapitan General, hindi naman lagi nakakasama ni Kapitan Tiago, di ba? It's not like there are people na pwede mo lang lapitan and have support. Hindi eh. When you compare it to the relationship of Kapitan Tiago and Padre Damaso, it's a relationship na mahirap putulin. Kapitan Tiago just can't simply close the door that he has with Padre Damaso kasi again, Padre Damaso is the true father of Maria Clara. And then from this context, si Kapitan Tiago naman mismo ang guardian ni Maria Clara for the longest time. And mahirap isara yung pintuan na yon, di ba? Si Padre Damaso ay hindi lang isang tao or hindi lang isang kaibigan kung saan you can just close all of your doors i-block yung lahat ng connection. No. Mas malaki yung bond that Capitan Tiago has with Padre Damaso. Kaya with Capitan Tiago agreeing with Ibarra's proposal, then it's also saying na against siya kay Padre Damaso. And in that case, pwedeng gamitin ni Padre Damaso ang decision ni Capitan Tiago to switch sides para sa ikakatumba ni Capitan Tiago in the long run. This will lead to Capitan Tiago's downfall if that is the case. And again, I just don't know why the sudden change of sides para kay Capitan Tiago. Unless you guys have like a proper explanation to this scene right here. Pero right now, I'm still confused na parang ganun lang kadali kay Kapitan Tiago to switch sides. Kasi again, I think the marriage of Ibarra and Maria Clara being backed up by the Archbishop and Capitan General is not enough compared to the bond that Capitan Tiago has with Padre Damaso. So again, I'm still confused about this part. But hey, I'm just happy that the marriage is going forward. But again, it feels like this is really out of character para kay Kapitan Tiago. Same scene. But you know what? Knowing this, let's put Padre Damaso aside. Pero Kapitan Tiago now has someone to keep a lookout for, which is Padre Salvi. Kasi again, itong sikreto na to between kay Padre Damaso at Maria Clara is something na pwede ding ikatumba ni ni Kapitan Tiago mismo. I don't exactly know how, pero it feels like again, Padre Salvi has a plan at may nakitang butas si Padre Salvi kung paano mag-aapekto itong revelation na to once na kumara to sa buong San Diego at kung paano ito makaka-apekto kay Kapitan Tiago. So, dalawang parin ng kailangang problemahin ni Kapitan Tiago dito. Hindi lang si Padre Damaso pero kundi si Padre Salvi din. Nothing much happened here. It's one of those small Clydal moments that everybody needs to take a breath. This is around the time kung saan makapagpahinga ng maayos yung mga tao about the revelation, and this is like tawag ko sa mga moments na to is it's the drinking of the water part. Kung saan inom ko ng isang basong tubig just to process everything that happened here. And now, after this scene, we can go back to the meat and bones of this episode. Again, amazing performance during this entire scene. Same thing with this actor. Another criticism that I have is the fact na malinaw yung camera na ginagamit na dito. Pero dito napaka-apparent yung makeup dito pagdating sa wig part. Clearly, this is a small nitpick, okay? This is a small nitpick, pero I think they could have done better. Again, honest analysis, honest reaction. I don't want to sugarcoat stuff. I've been very critical about other stuff, gaya ng flashbacks. The use of flashbacks in this show and yung love story ni na Ibarra pati ni Clay. Pero this is like another nitpick that I have. Maybe they should have put more wrinkles here. Kasi, whenever I do this, nakikita niyo may wrinkles dito and stuff like that. But the fact that this part is really smooth, Sometimes I just can't take Padre Damaso seriously because yung mga mata ko ay nakatutok dito sa noon niya. Pero yeah, that's just a small nitpick. Halatang halata na, this is fake and stuff like that. Um, but anyways, um, I just don't know how, no, like, I just can't think about any other way on how the filmmakers can approach this scene, but I think it was executed perfectly. Perfectly, perfectly. This is such a perfect scene. Kasi you can see the nakikita mo yung side ni Padre Damaso that we don't usually see from time to time. The last time we saw this human side ni Padre Damaso ay yung umiyak siya sa harapan ni Maria Clara, yung nagkasakit siya. But you can see the pain and the idea na tumalikod siya, yung body language mismo ni Padre Damaso, knowing na alam na ni Maria Clara yung katotohanan, yung gestures niya, everything, it really shows na he was also in shock. And the fact na ang unang pumasok sa isip mismo ni Padre Damaso kung sino ang nagsabi kay Maria Clara goes to show na there's a third party that was involved pagdating sa revelation na to. And in that case, it is Padre Salvi, clearly. Kasi bantay sarado yung sikreto na to when it comes to pagdating sa, kasi I'm pretty sure ang nakakalam ng sikreto nito ay si Padre Damaso pati si Kapitan Tiago. So, imposibleng kumalat yung balita kay Maria Clara na ang tunay na ama ni Maria Clara si Padre Damaso if if one of them told her the truth. And again, at around this time, na-realize ni Padre Damaso na meron ng third party na involved. And no other way to know about the secret is other than reading one of the letters that Padre Damaso has with sa nanay mismo ni Maria Clara, 'di ba? I got nothing else to say about this scene other than it was perfectly executed. Um, well, kudos to Maria Clara for being confrontational because this is a part of her identity, and given na lumaki siya sa loob ng kumbento, 'di ba? She was trained. She was cultivated and primed na kailangan mo maging conservative in a way. Kailangan mo sundan yung utos ng simbahan and stuff like that. Kailangan mo na magpakasal bago gawin yung mga ginagawa ng mga mag-asawa. And the fact na ninong niya, itong pari na to na si Padre Damaso na tinuturing niyang tatay din. The fact na the most devious act sa simbahan, which is isang pare ay may mabubuntis na babae, that's like one of the most devious act that you can do as a priest. And Maria Clara being the product of that, then it's understandable kung bakit sinabi ni Maria Clara mismo na sumpain tayo nawa ng Panginoon. And from my understanding, it means na yung sumpain dapat silang dalawa ng Panginoon kasi one, si Padre Damaso ay gumawa ng isang devious act, and two, isa siyang produkto ng devious act na yun. So in some shape or form, madumi ang paningin ni Maria Clara sa kanyang sarili. 'Di ba? Kasi isa siyang aksidente. Isa siyang aksidente. Kung hindi aksidente, clearly hindi pa niya alam yung full story, pero I think at the back of her mind, inisip din niya na isa siyang produkto ng gahasa mismo. And the fact na yung tatay niya mismo ay ito si Padre Damaso at kaharap-harap niya nasa harapan niya mismo ang taong gumahasa sa kanyang nanay din. Ooh, that's just a big thing to handle. And given na isang conservative, si Maria Clara mismo, it is very ironic na magagaling yung the most devious act ay magagaling mismo sa kanyang ninong, sa kanyang tatay mismo. Wow. And when you think about it too, again, tumanda si Maria Clara not knowing about this truth. And without the help of Padre Salvi, I think there's a huge chance na tumanda si Maria Clara not knowing this truth at all. And wow, it's simply just a crazy episode. I want to talk more about um Maria Clara by the end of the books, pero it's just going to be like a huge spoiler then. Pero you know what? Let's stick with this episode. And yeah, I wonder how this relationship is going to be portrayed in the upcoming episodes, especially after this moment with Padre Damaso and Maria Clara. Um, damang-dama mo yung emosyon dito ni Julian San Jose. Man, she deserves an award just for this scene right here. She was the one who carried this entire episode, and wow, the limitless star. This is the limitless star in action, and I am very impressed. Again, he also broke down, pero man, all of these things that happen here is going to lead into a lot of dirty things in the upcoming set of episodes. Ngayon, again, sinabi ko na naman dito na ayun naman, pag-usapan natin yung kila Elias dito. Nothing much here, pero whatever their conversation is going to have here, it will lead to Elias and Ibarra's larger part of the storyline. I believe there's still this one storyline na hindi pa natin na-explore that much. But I think this is going to be the way that will pave us through that storyline na kung saan involve yung mga yung yung KKK group sa story na to, and how Ibarra is going to get involved with that. Pero look, in this scene right here, um I just don't like this scene in general because of what Clay said to her. Sinabi ko yata in a previous episode na si Clay ay clearly hindi siya introverted. Isa siyang extroverted. Because whenever I think about extroverted people, they are the people na who usually I might sound like I'm generalizing everyone, pero you know, I feel like extroverted people are the ones who will usually say stuff first instead of thinking about the stuff that they're saying. Because if you're introverted, you're someone who will try to think first muna. You're like playing chess. Iniisip mo yung mga outcomes na masasabihin mo, 'di ba? Clay here, she decided to spoil everything about what happened during that conversation between Ibarra and Kapitan Tiago na magpapatuloy yung kasal nila, 'di ba? Tuloy yung kasal nila. Clay clearly was unable to read the entire situation here. Instead of Clay listening to Maria Clara, she instead decided to take control of this situation, and nauna na naman ang mga bunganga ni Clay. And just like I said sa reaction ko, kung ano sinabi ni Clay, it's not going to help. It's not going to help. Kasi what Clay was able to do here is that pinasok ni Clay si Ibarra sa buong kwento ng revelation ni Maria Clara. And in which case, Maria Clara might think na Ibarra doesn't deserve her. 'Di ba? Kasi again, si Ibarra, for para kay Maria Clara, si Ibarra ay yung man. Perfect man who deserves the perfect girl. And stuff like that. Kasi para kay Maria Clara, Ibarra is nothing but pure para sa kanya. And the fact na, again, conservative si Maria Clara, and the fact na madumi na yung kanyang tingin sa kanya dahil isa siyang produkto ng kahasa at isa din siyang anak ng pare. Then, at lumaki siya sa isang kasinungalingan, then in some shape or form, she might think na, oh man, Ibarra doesn't deserve me. Kasi ganito ako kadumi na tao. And that is coming from Maria Clara herself. Kaya, kasi, if Ibarra and Maria Clara are trying to convey the perfect relationship, then she feels like it is ironic na hinahanap ni Maria Clara yon kay Ibarra kung isa siyang produkto ng isang dirty relationship between Padre Damaso at sa kanyang nanay. 'Di ba? Kasi, lahat na ng kasalanan na pwedeng gawin ng pare ay nagawa na ni Padre Damaso sa kanyang nanay mismo at siya nga ang naging produkto. And the fact na pinasok ni Cla yung idea na yon kay Maria Clara about kay Ibarra, and the fact na, hey, you guys are going to get the marriage that you guys deserve. Tapos isipin ni Maria Clara na when in fact na produkto siya ng dalawang tao na hindi naman kasal. And again, ma-involve na pare, and again, parang ginahasa nga yung nanay niya. Then, that's just too much to think about. And it's one of those scenes again kung saan nakakabwisit si Clay kasi ang daldal naman ni Clay. Pero again, you just can't blame Clay because Clay is just trying to fix everybody's problem. Si Clay, masyado siyang people pleaser, I believe. Pero, again, Clay didn't read the entire situation here, and she decided to take control of the situation. And, isang pagkakamaling bagay to na ginawa ni Clay that might have unforeseen consequences in the future. But I think, pagdating sa episode na to, the most gratifying part of this episode is her thanking Kapitan Tiago and Tia Isabel. Kasi I think at the back of Maria Clara's mind, I think she can accept the fact na even though na si Maria Clara ay isang produkto ng isang pare, isang produkto ng gahasa, at isang produkto ng isang relationship na hindi under one, ay hindi kasal, tinanggap pa rin siya ni Kapitan Tiago at pinangalagaan pa rin siya ni Kapitan Tiago. And The fact na he is willing to accept Maria Clara as an infant, then it really shows a lot na even though isang tuta si Kapitan Tiago kay Padre Damaso, by the end of the day, lahat ng intentions ni Kapitan Tiago ay at the same time ay maganda para kay Maria Clara. And I think Kapitan Tiago was able to do well as a father kasi lumaking matino si Maria Clara. And when you think about it, Kapitan Tiago became a really good father to her. And I think after all of the stuff that Kapitan Tiago has to handle, the fact na kailangan niya maging tuta and the fact na he has to handle this Ibarra situation with Mara Clara and this Ibarra situation with Damaso, I think this is yung pasasalamat ni Mara Clara mismo is something that Kapitan Tiago deserves. And I'm just really happy to see that. Kasi by the end of the day, what makes a character good in the story, what makes a character full-fledged, what makes a character three-dimensional is the fact that we are consistently choosing sides here. At one time, mabubisit tayo kay Kapitan Tiago, but then currently at this time, matutuwa tayo kay Kapitan Tiago mismo. Dati, Tia Isabel is probably one of the most hated characters in Maria Clara de Barra, but now we kinda like Tia Isabel. Ang perception ko kay Clay ay pabago-bago. Minsan nabubwisit ako kay Clay, but at the same time, I also like her. Si Elias, minsan I also don't like the way he sees the world, but at the same time, I also like him. So, everybody is in this. There's no black and white here. Everyone is gray, and that's why I really like this show. Kasi it has well-written characters. And same thing with Tia Isabel. When you think about it, Tia Isabel is the only mother figure that Maria Clara has. And hey, I'm just happy na itong dalawang magpinsan na to, nandito sila para kay Maria Clara. And now it all depends how this curse of a knowledge will further push the story forward. But yeah, that's my analysis in this episode. Overall, impressive episode from a story and performance standpoint. I got a few criticism, pero it is what it is. What do you guys think about this episode? And yeah, see you guys around. And thank you for watching. Goodbye, you guys. Take care.